round of applause to Dr. Xochitl Gonzalez.
How are you guys doing? We are so excited to be here. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a journey and sharing a little bit about my story. And I am so excited about what's going to happen here today. So take it all in, relax, enjoy the moment. We are going to be here to get vulnerable, to get real, to share with you the spirit that brought us here together. I might know some Spanglish, so I'll try to translate, but I am so excited to be here. So imagine for a moment a little girl, a 12-year-old, looking out a window in a school in Mexico. In Mexico, the schools have lots of windows. They don't have gyms, it's not enclosed. You have a courtyard, you can see the flowers, the trees, you can see kids playing. This little girl has endured so much trauma in life. Comes from a family of alcoholism, violence, all the things that anyone wouldn't want their kids to go through. And when she was told, you're moving to the U.S., guess what? She thought of a Hollywood movie. Yay! Yellow buses, big buildings, money, dinero, dólares, right? And for the first time, she thought, I'm escaping the life that I don't want to live anymore. This is my chance. I'm going to go pursue the American dream. Little did she know what was going to come next. Back in the day, the Hollywood movies, right? She's going to be unbreakable. Gets on the plane, gets to the U.S., and guess what? Can't understand the language, has no friends, no family, no circle, feels lost. Feels lost because everything she's ever known, familia, community, her raza, her friends, the language, not there anymore. And learns the true word of racism. Knows about discrimination. I was like, when do we go to recess? Oh, this is recess. Oh, where's the cafeteria? In the gym. Okay, do we go out? No, you're stuck in here all day long. All right, how do I get around? Hallways that looks like mazes, right? I felt like getting lost in the hallways constantly, talking to my peers and friends. Nobody understands me. Girls looking up and down at you and be like, who's this Mexicanita? We don't know who she is, right? And then I met my friends, my community, who started taking me on and carrying me through and helping me. Come on, we'll help you. Where's your schedule? Who's your teacher? We'll walk you through your classrooms, right? Well, it's not easy. And a lot of us experience that. We get lost in life, we get lost in our journeys. We just have to find the right people, the right places. I went on to school, I learned English. My parents used to clean houses. So our typical workaholics, I would never see them. I was always learning the ways on my own, riding the bus, trying to get myself from and to school, graduated high school. And here I'm thinking for the first time, I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get a degree, I'm gonna help my parents because this can't be it. We didn't just come here to settle. We didn't just move from Mexico pursuing dreams to settle. We gotta do more than that. I saw my parents getting humiliated, getting yelled at, being reprimanded for things they never did, being told, did you steal this? When they didn't. working in clinics and places where people took advantage of them. And I knew I had to do more than that. I had to overcome that. Because what? I was young and in love. And I got pregnant at 18. Had to drop off of college. There's a statistic that says that more than 2% of girls, young girls that become pregnant or start a family, usually don't go back to school. More than 30% of young minorities are set for failure because of expectations of getting married and starting a family. In that moment, I thought, I'm doomed. This is it. Here goes all my dreams on the wash drain. I'm not going to start a family anymore. I'm just going to settle. I'll probably have to be a stay-at-home mom. Everything I said I wasn't going to do, here I am. I'm one more statistic. My first child comes along and teaches me the value of pursuing. I can't settle. I cannot give this child the life that I had. I cannot stay here. I have to do more than that. Second child comes along. I could never be a stay-at-home mom. I had to work. We were young kids, raising kids. I had to learn how to go out there. And I started my first corporate job. Another learning for me. What does it look like working in corporate without a degree, being a young mom, being a Latina? It looks lonely because it's the same thing. People don't expect you to succeed. You're just one person sitting in a chair asking me, are you the secretary? Are you the person that brings the coffee? Are you here to clean our rooms? No, I'm here to clean the space that one day I'm going to earn. Second child comes along, and I say, you know what? Why can't I go back to school? I can't be the only one. Yes, I'm young. Yes, I have kids. Yeah, it will not be easy, but guess what? I came here with a dream, and I have to remember that. I cannot be another statistic. The statistic that I'm going to be is going to be of the one that made it through, because that's what I want to tell my kids. That's the legacy I want to build for all of my community. That's the things that I want to make sure people understand. It doesn't have to be it. You pave your way, you make the journey, you make it what you want it to be. Society doesn't tell you where it ends or where it starts. You do. So I went back to college. A lot of time had passed by. Oh, and by the way, I still didn't prepare me for college because I went to one of those schools that they just wanted you to graduate. They didn't want you to learn. All the stuff I learned when I went to college, I was like, I don't remember listening about this. Statistics, what? I don't know nothing about this. Why? Because most of our school systems, especially in public sectors, especially for minorities, they're struggling, right? A lot of the teachers don't have the energy, the curriculum, or the experience to teach our kids how to succeed. They don't tell you these are the key things that you have to learn so that you can succeed in college. These are the things that you should be doing. This is the things that you shouldn't be paying attention. So, matter of fact, I remember one of my teachers, while I was a senior, because I was already dating my still husband, says, walking into the hallway, and I went and asked about a business class. And she literally goes and says, why do you need to learn about this? You should be going to the health center to ask for condoms. And I was like, gotcha. Because that's the expectation for people like us, right? You're not meant to do more. And to me, I took that as a dare, right? I said, watch me. I enrolled in all the business classes that I could. And when I went back to college, I remember that. I am not going to be that statistic. I will make sure that I am making changes for me and for my children, because God helps me. Somebody talks to my child that way. My children will be empowered. My children will be resilient like me because they know that they can, because they will pave the way for others as well. We're in a different generation now. I went back to college. I remember going to MATC, Milwaukee Area Technical College, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going back to school for, but I'm going to start with something. generic terms. I struggled the first semester because, again, high school didn't prepare me. I got through that, made it, finished my 2 years in business, entrepreneurship as well, medical translation. I was taking it all while raising 2 young kids. And then I said, that was my first time while still working in the corporate world. The higher you go, the more you get paid. And I wanted money. I wanted more money. And I learned for the first time that I was making a lot less and doing a lot more than my peers. Why? Because I didn't know how to ask. Because nobody told me you should be negotiating your salary. Nobody told me, did you ask HR how much you're getting paid and how much are your peers getting paid? I didn't know that. So I was like, let's keep learning. Transferred to Marquette, finished my undergrad in business while still having a full-time job. My third child comes along. I graduated when my child was 9 months old. And people told me, are you gonna drop off now? Are you gonna finish? How are you gonna do it? I went through summer classes pregnant. I couldn't fit on the little booth, but I was there. And I did it. I finished that, kept growing in my corporate career, and that's when I first learned to ask. Statistically, women make 55 cents less per dollar than our peer males. Did you know that? And when I went and asked HR, I have a degree now. I'm talented. I'm up there with the market. I want to see how much you're paying me and how much my peers are making. They adjusted my salary. They did. And I was blessed at that time, working for a global company, to ask those questions and have the right people to coach me through that. It's so important to surround yourself with people that will lift you up and that will help you up. I went back to get my master's because, I like school and learning and being there. And I remember, you told me I couldn't, so let me show you that I can. With 3 kids, a husband, a full-time job, and a side hustle, and I did it. That wasn't enough. And I kept remembering as I was going through this, right? This isn't easy. Every step I took forward, it felt like 10 steps back. My parents retired 3 years ago to Mexico after working their butts off for 25 years here. No retirement, no 401k, and I get to support them. Me and my brother support them now. That's another reality. How do we plan for that? We are so used to living day by day. We don't know what it is to save and look for the future, right? And all of these things, we need to talk about them. They're important. We're in a country of opportunities. That dream the little girl had when she was 12 is true, but it doesn't happen by magic and it doesn't happen overnight. You have to make it happen. Opportunities are not gonna come from the ceiling and land on your lap. It doesn't work like that. I thought it did, but it doesn't, right? You have to follow those dreams. You have to pursue them, and you have to find the right ways to do it. Then life hits. And I decide, you know what? I want to do more than this. Because if not me, then who? And if not now, then when? And I thought, but I'm old. I'm getting old. I don't want to go back to school. And 4 years ago, I decided I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to get my doctorate. Because I learned in corporate, people need to learn about culture. We hear about diversity and inclusion, and we throw numbers, and we put events together, but corporate world doesn't really understand what that means. The sense of belonging, the sense of growing, the sense of supporting. That we still don't have that many women in leadership roles. We're in 2024. What's happening? We don't have the numbers. We don't have representation. Less than 8% across the United States are Latinos or minorities holding those CEO and up positions. Why? We need to start claiming that space, but we need to get educated. We need to get our kids educated. We need to keep pursuing. We gotta keep pushing. And then after that, as I was going through that, married with my kids, life hits me once again. I start my degree, and then my youngest, born female, comes up to us and says, "Mommy, I don't want to be a girl. I want to be a boy." Talk about LGBTQ+. I've always been an ally. I've always been a supporter. I'm leaning. I welcome everyone. But it is different to be an ally than to live that journey yourself. And when it's your child, raised Catholic, follow the sacraments, you just have to lean in and love and care for them. My child has gone through transition. He goes by him now. We've changed his name. I've had to let go of people. I have to say bye to people that don't support this journey, and I'm proud of it. I changed my research. I changed my studies to go from corporate competency and culture to parenting transgender children. I graduated in May. Just last month, I walked the stage. And my kids get to say, "My mom's a doctor. This is Dr. Gonzalez. I am Dr. Gonzalez." And I didn't do it alone. I did it with my people. I did it for our community. I did it for my children. I did it for all of us, because we all need that power. And this isn't it. We got so much more to do, right? We're just getting started. All the stories you're going to hear today, we didn't start from here. We started from nothing. That's not the end of it. We got so much more to do. Lean in, listen to the stories, grab on, if you can take something today, take the power of resilience, take the power that you own. Take all of that power and think about what are you going to do next. You don't have to go run a marathon. You definitely don't have to go get a PhD. Are you starting a new business? Do you need to just hold someone close? Do you need to lean in? Do you need to love? Do you need to help someone? Support Midwest Mujeres. Support and encourage all the women brave that are going to be here in this stage today, sharing their stories and pouring their hearts out. It just takes one person to make a difference. Make sure that every day you're touching someone's life and you're making a difference. We're in here together. We all want dinero, but the dinero is not going to come to us by the power of one. It's by the power of our community. So let's embrace the Yo Quiero Dinero to be more than that. It's not just about the cash. Yes, it is. It matters. Claim your space. But it is also about the community and the power that we bring together. Because if I want to advocate for my people, I will make sure to ask, how much is he making? Is my team being paid accordingly? Is the person I'm hiring the right person? And if they're not, why? Can I teach them something they don't know? Let's start changing the game. Let's start asking. Let's advocate. Let's love our children. Let's love our community. There's so much more to do. Let's lean in and let's enjoy this event today. Thank you for having me.